Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Current President of the United States of America, Mr. Joe Biden, has just announced that he's going to run for re-election in 2024. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing because maybe those people who are still, believing, that's the word, believing that the garbage they are fed since they're children and then as an adult by the mass media and others, maybe they could see how things are really ran. Now, I personally think that this guy and his vice president should not even be running for election as dog catchers in a village or something, but he has the right to throw his hat wherever he wants. The problem is, on one side, I think it's an insult addressed to the electorate and our intellectual abilities, and the other one is a good thing because we, some of us, we just our convictions already will be reinforced if that would be necessary, and the other ones, maybe they could see how the system really works. What am I talking about? Well, this president, he was elected, and he was elected with a vice president who dropped out of the primaries in the Democratic Party that had below 1%. So he picked her. You picked your vice president usually to bring you more, electorate. Anyway, she was picked by President Biden now with less than 1%. So that means, you know what I mean? If you don't just realize that you want to go and fight someone, you pick the weakest guy to join you to kick some other guy's teeth out. You go to war with the weakest ally. You don't do that. You want the strongest, don't you? Okay, so that's why it doesn't really make sense. Well, you can say, well, she could, when they will push everybody else, being part of this community, they would get the voters. Well, that's kind of like a slight move here, It's not that. If she got less than 1% in front of everybody else, then you pick what's left over, basically. So, I guess I have to vote for her. Now, that's an insult with these people that are given to us to vote. It's very interesting that this article that I'm going to discuss today, very, very shortly, I'm going to go over the title basically, tells us that Biden wants to let's get the job done or finish the job or something like that. Let's see what exactly this guy is saying, according to Associated Press through Colo 8, ABC, tralala. Biden announces 2024 re-election bid. Let's finish this job. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, he can finish the job, and I have some theories on what kind of job that is that he wants to finish. But the problem is this. How much arrogance and how much can you insult the population when you are actually not wanted? You're a not wanted individual to run for the president's office. Why? We have opinion polls available. And by the last opinion polls, I think he's at 39% approval rating. And I'm going to make my case with this right here. Let me see, where is that? Right here. So this comes from Reuters, and it says down here, when I'm interested, U.S. President Joe Biden's public approval fell to 39% this month, nearing the lowest level of his presidency as the U.S. economy showed signs of losing steam. It never had steam in the past 2 years anyway. So Reuters/Ipsos poll showed. So this is from April 20th. So that's about few days, 5 days ago. Okay. So here it shows how it decreased, whatever, 39% approval, 54. You can say, well, it's based on party line. Well, okay, it could be, but I would prefer a person that has an approval rating of his abilities or whatever his job done to the country. Or I don't know. We all agree that an economy should be strong, regardless if you're Democrat or you're Republican or you're nothing. You want an economy. So over there, Ipsos, Reuters, these guys mentioned as the reason an economy. Well, that means it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or Democrat or whatever you are, you should want a strong economy. So if you have 39, it means 39% of whatever. If you take, let's say, 51 Democrats, 49 Republicans, you still have this amount of people of what, 10 to 12% that really saw, wait a second, this is not good. But you got 39 thinking, yeah, he's doing a great job out of his own party. So another, that could be a question mark for some people. Hey, what's going on? How come he's coming in with 39? Well, I know historically people were able to bounce back and get reelected from even the same situation and so on. But is the idea of this guy has such a low, and it's not very low compared with the democratic system here. I mean, if you would go to 20, I would say, but like Macron, for instance, 20-something, or Scholz, 20-something, Kishida, I think is his name, the Japanese Prime Minister, 21. All these guys are in the 20s, and they're still in the democratic system. So something, and they're still going on. Imagine that you would go at work and you would have a, let's say, a performance rating of 20%. Do you think you would be still hired? No, I guarantee you'll be out of the office. But you still, these guys continue because they think and they know they will get the job done. What kind of job are you talking about? So that's another one. Kamala Harris, I have another opinion poll here from a different site. She goes to, again, 41%. This is according to Ledger. This was taken April 14th, 15th. So approval, there she is. Disapprove 56, approval 41. She was 35 a month ago, I think, in April 4, 10 days ago or so. It's not that bad, but considering that she came into this with less than 1% when she dropped out of the primaries, something is wrong. Now, another thing about great elections in the United States of America, which, yeah, they are fantastic, good. Imagine this. Imagine that you have two singers, two performing artists, because they're the artists. Any garbage is an artist now, regardless how much. That's an artist. It's a drum beating two different notes. That's all. It's okay. It's an artist. I got it. But artists and artists. So you have, let's say, an artist, a performing artist, who, let's say, on the charts, he's got a top. His album is top of the charts. And then you have another artist who, he's not top of the charts. He's somewhere, I don't know, below this top of the chart. And then the guy who's in top of the charts, he's the best, he goes to, tour, let's say, around the world or United States or wherever, let's say United States. And when he goes to the stadiums, let's say 80,000 people capacity, show up, I don't know, let's say 15 guys to see him perform. Now, 15 guys are going to come and see him perform, but he's top of the charts. Doesn't really work that way, you know what I mean? Then you have the other guy who's, let's say, not as good. He goes to the stadiums, and the stadiums are packed. But somehow he sold less than the other guy. I mean, we can understand we can do some mental gymnastics to come with all kind of explanations, but the real explanation is almost kind of not normal, if you know what I mean. Because if people buy your album, will come and see you. That's, general rule. Now you can find little things here and there, yes, because this maybe depends what segment of population you try to focus on and so on. They don't have money, but somehow they come to the concerts because they're crazy. The passion versus the other ones who are intellectuals and they stay home. They have no passion, but they have money. Okay, these are little rules, little special rules in the big rule, which is if you're popular, people buy your album. If you're not popular, people don't buy your album, okay? And if you're popular, people come and see you. If you're not popular, people don't come and see you. I mean, that's the general rule. The other things are just, So it's another thing that is strange about, let's say, Kamala Harris. They bought her album, and she was less than 1% when he showed up in public. I'm talking about, as a performing artist. The same with Biden. Another question mark for certain people, like, what happened? Well, the same here. These guys were going to get the job done. In what way? Do you believe or do you think that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris' intellectual level is high? I do not believe that. Do you think they have charisma? Definitely not. What do you think they have? Do you think they have connections? Well, some, but there's some others with more. So what exactly do you think these guys have? And I'm not talking about only these two. The same thing is on the other side. Don't get me wrong. Everything that I said here I'm giving you the example of these two clowns. But you can apply it to the other side, to any side here. Because I'm talking about a system. I'm not talking about Biden or Trump or DeSantis or whomever or Kamala. I don't care about this. This is an example. Maybe some people can see how things, anyway. You have to self-censor yourself here because you can't say things that you really, assessed or you think they're right. No, you can't, because they tell you exactly how things are, and you are not supposed to express yourself. You have limitation. Freedom of speech limited. Freedom of speech. Yes. So this is just an example for us to see what these guys have. What do you think they have? Intellect? I don't think so. Weaselness? I think they have. What connections? Some. No, I mean, they should have formed their connection. I think what they have is the certainty that they will do what they're supposed to do. They will fulfill the electorate's requests. That's what I think they have. So they say, well, we're going to get the job done. Whose job? My job? Your job? There's another thing that you can look into in this system. I think they're just people who says, yes, we're going to do it. Back. Boom. I can do that too if I am of that kind of, yeah, I do that for you, I do that for you, I do that for you. Bam, go over there. And I do it. The problem is, can you do it? Well, what kind of job is he talking about? His approval rating is down. It's just good luck to him. I hope, I don't even, it's an insult that we have these kind of people, and the whole spectrum, put in front of us to vote for. It's another insult. And I would say people who resemble the, how should I put it, profile of a leader are just pushed to the side. I have a little picture here of Biden that reminds me of someone. Maybe you're going to find this a little bit funny. So we have, where is this? You see, this is the guy. Now, for me, it's very funny when I look at the back here. Reminds me of something. It's like a little helmet, all right? So this reminds me of this, but not the same, you know what I mean? So you got this, and you got this, which also comes from this. So then if we use logic, if, not this is equals this, and this equals this, which is, where is it, this? Then, if you logic from this equals this. That means he is a samurai. Okay? All right, got that covered? So he's a samurai. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.